1 second. I've got to post this into fun places. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm already live. Fuck yeah. Wait, this is live over here on the Crookbook. Yeah. So, wait, what am I doing? I know what I'm doing. Wait a minute. I know exactly what I'm doing, except for I don't. Hey there, weary traveler from Bizarro World. You have passed the Twilight Zone. Might have been on accident. Then you met some chick and picked her up,
I love it. You guys are so great.
drove down the street a ways, and took a ride. And rolled right into the most offensive church this side of the universe, the party pit. And what we do here in this most amazing place, we read this trilogy called God Said. This is God's unofficial biography, Das Bible, as read by yours truly, the most amazing saint of awesome, yours super stone sage, Saint Nikki K the Great. Yeah. And I will be narrating this great ass story for you. We are on part 2 of God Said Well, book 2 of God Said What. It is called Jesus, comma, who? Question mark. And I just lost my page. I lost my page. I don't know where I'm at. Here we are, chapter 3. We are on section John in book 2 of Das Bible. So we are going to wait for a couple of people to come in. I am going to say, come this way, because I have the 6 C's for exactly the right time at exactly the right place and for any reason you can think of. I have cannabis, cigarettes, coffee, chairs with your name on it, canine, cat beds, and canine space in case you brought your animals. There is also room for a bird. Keep your tiny animals in their cages. That's all I ask. Because my cats are ninjas and they will eat your small animal. And I take no blame, so keep your shit in a cage. Yeah. I should make people sign something that says they won't sue me if my cats eat their animals. All right, new rule. We sign waivers for tiny animals. Yeah. So let me know where you're coming in from, what you're drinking, and what you're smoking. Cigarettes count. Yes. Yes, they do. Um, wait, let me see. Oh, let's see. We are going to do this. Maybe. Yeah, we'll do that just like that. Now, let's get on to section John of book 2. It says, now, there was a man of these terrible ass God people named Nicodemus, a ruler of Das Uden. Well, he was a ruler of these terrible ass God people, right? Now, This man came to Jesus by night and said, Rabbi, teacher, somebody who's way bigger than me on the scale of things that need to be bigger than me. You are that. But I'm not going to do anything to get you saved or anything. I'm not going to try to save you from these terrible ass people. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is come and sneak and talk to you at night and then turn my back on you at exactly the right time. So it doesn't even matter what you say to me right now because you'll be unsubscribed from your own dad's YouTube in a couple weeks. So can you do this for me while I stab you in the back, please? Mm-mm. That's not what he said. It should be what he said, though, because it's exactly what happened. Nicodemus here stabbed Jesus in the back. Literally, right? He says, I know you're the Son of God, but then stabs him in the back. Jesus could have been named Caesar. Yeah, because he was stabbed in the back by his own fucking people, by his own fucking friend. That's why he can't have friends. No new friends, no new friends, no. Right? No old friends either. Can't have a fucking friend because your friend will turn his back on you. That's why you can't have friends. Because at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, you'll be left holding the bag thinking y'all motherfuckers are friends. I'm just saying. And Trump needs to watch out calling people his friends because they are not his friends. They are his enemies. But who am I? I only got my GED to get out of prison. So I guess I'm not nobody to listen to except for that because, friends turn their backs on you as soon as they can. And I tell you what, I'm guilty of it too. I've done it. Not snitched on nobody, but, so he's like, can you keep a secret? And I tell everybody. That's the kind of shit that goes on. That's why you don't want to be my friend. Not that I talk about you behind your back. I just tell the shit you say to me. But Nicodemus ain't even real enough to say that. And I wonder if Jesus in his heart was laughing at this guy. Like, you're going to turn your back on me as soon as you can. But you know what? I'm going to give you some words of wisdom. So, enough of my bullshitting about this guy because I don't like him because he could have saved Jesus. He could have at least been on Jesus' side in public and in person and wasn't and didn't. And is a real fucking problem for me. I have the same issue with Peter. Just wait till we get there because that motherfucker. I got all kinds of problems with Peter. I am willing to bet your life that Peter is not in heaven. Because Jesus has said it many times. You deny me, I'm going to deny you. And this bitch did it 3 times. See what I'm saying? I need to shut up. So let me stick to this traitor first. Because it was the first traitor they mentioned. Okay. Anyway. Now there came a leader of these terrible ass God people named Nicodemus. And this man came to him by night because he was a fat rat snake with cockroach legs and they can only be in the dark. because they're bloodthirsty fucking monsters. Okay. Okay. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to shut up because I'm not supposed to know what happened, even though it happened in like the 3 previous books, and I'm still holding a grudge. I need to not hold a grudge so I can finish this without talking shit. But these people are so fucking terrible. I can't help it. Okay. So he came by night and said, Rubble-blah-blah. We know that you have come from God as a teacher, for no one can do these signs that you do unless God is with him. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Time out. Is he setting Jesus up right now? That's exactly what he's doing, isn't it? He's setting up Jesus. He's trying to catch God up, or God the Third. He's trying to catch Jesus up in word magic. So no wonder he didn't save Jesus, because he wasn't there for that. He was there to catch him up in words, which is why you need to learn word magic. Most important thing you can learn, word magic. And Jesus said to him, listen, I'm telling you, unless you are born again, you cannot see the kingdom of God. Hold on. And then Nicodemus said, how can a man be born when he is old? You dumbass son of a bitch. Really? I can't crawl into my mom's sweaty vagina. We can't do that. Do I need to stick my head in my mom's vagina? Is that how I need to do this? Jesus, please explain it to me. Do I gotta, which way do I go in? Do I go in feet first, the way I came out head first? So I'd have to go in feet first. That might be a real problem because I'm way too big for my mom's V-hole. And also, I don't really want to stick my head in my mom's V-hole. That'd be kind of weird, right? And then Jesus was like, listen, you dumb son of a bitch. Unless you're born of water and the Spirit, he cannot enter the KOG. That which is born of flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Do not marvel that I said to you, you must be born again. The wind blows and blows where it wants, and you hear the sound of it, but do not know from where it comes or where it is going. So is anyone who is born of the Spirit. And then Nicodemus answered and said, how? What? No one knows. What? Shut up. And Jesus was like, you shut up, bitch. Are you? You're the teacher of these terrible ass vampire rat snakes with cockroach legs. And you do not understand this? You're dumb. Because listen, I'm telling you, we speak that which we know and bear witness of that which we have seen. And you do not receive our witness. So Jesus knows Nicodemus is trying to set shit up. It's exactly what's happening right here. And in The Chosen, they make it seem like this was a very cordial conversation. This was not. This was an intellectual trying to mic drop Jesus. But Jesus is like, I'm not even. I'm not even. Listen, you're a teacher and you don't know this. Listen, you're dumb. So Nicodemus wasn't in here on some, I'll follow you anywhere. No, he was there for some spy shit. And Jesus knew it. That's why he answered that like that. You're stupid. Look, Jesus is not nice. He's kind. He'll do things for you, but he is not nice. And then, like, reading this conversation here, like, because I read it twice before the story of Jesus. I've read it 2 times, and I have not noticed that. But as I'm reading this and realizing Nicodemus is not there to save Jesus because he calls him teacher first, and he is a Pharisee. They are above. There's no way the Pharisee would call him teacher because that puts him at the same level as these terrible ass God people, these rat snakes, right? And then he's trying to catch him up in words because he knows exactly what Jesus is saying. Like, you got to be baptized, bro. Like, he knows that. Nicodemus knows that, right? But he's going to feign being stupid. Like, what does that mean? And then Jesus is like, you yourself are a teacher, a Pharisee, and you do not know that. And then he says, listen, I'm telling you, unless one of is born of water and spirit, they cannot enter the KOG. And then God's like, don't be dumb. Listen, you know that shit already, right? And you know the wind and you know where it's going. So is everyone who is born of the Spirit. They're like wind. You know it's going up to heaven. Yeah, like you know that. And then Nicodemus answered and said, how? And Jesus said, aren't you a fucking teacher and you don't know these things? Because Nicodemus was trying to catch him up in words. He was not there because he wanted to be. He was there for something else. And everybody makes it seem like this conversation is important. It is important if you can read the word magic in it, right? Like this whole fucking what we've read so far, 2 paragraphs, it's nothing but an intellectual argument over words. And Nicodemus is the one playing stupid so he can catch Jesus up in his words. That's why when it came down to it, Nicodemus wasn't trying to save Jesus because Jesus made him look stupid. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yep. And you do not. Okay. Because listen, I'm telling you, We speak what we know and are and bear witness to that which we have seen, and you do not receive our witness. Look, look, we know what's happening, right? But you don't want to admit what's happening, but you know it's happening. If I told you earthly things and you do not believe, how shall you believe if I tell you heavenly things? See, Jesus knows he's there on some sly shit. Like, Jesus must have felt it in his bones or something. This guy is full of shit. But he appeases him for some god awful reason. He sits here and lip boxes with this guy. And Jesus totally ran his train through that car. Look, look, okay. And no one has ascended to heaven except for he who descended from heaven, even the Son of Man. And Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness. Even so, the Son of Man must be lifted up. Okay? That whoever believes in him may have eternal life. Okay. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him will not perish but have everlasting life. For God did not send the Son into the world to judge the world, but that the world should be saved through him. He who believes in him is not judged. He who does not believe has been judged already, because he has not believed in the name of the begotten Son. And this is the judgment, that the light has come to the world, and men love darkness rather than the light, for their deeds were evil. Everyone who does evil hates the light and does not come to the light, lest he should be exposed. Dun, dun, dun. But he who practices truth comes to the light, that his deeds may be manifested as having been wrought in God. No one knows what that means. After these things, Jesus and his disciples came to the land of Judea, where he was spending time with them and baptizing. And also, John was baptizing in Enon, near Salim, because there was much water there, and they were coming and being baptized. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Press like and subscribe and chat in the chat. Love to interact with you. People are missing. They should be here, but they're missing. Okay. Okay. And they were coming and being baptized. For John had not yet been thrown into prison. There arose, therefore, a discussion on the part of John's disciples with with one of these rat snakes about purification. And they came to John and said to him, Rabbi, he who was with you beyond the Jordan, to whom you have bore witness, he is baptizing, and all are coming to him. And John said, a man can receive nothing unless it has been given to him from heaven. You yourself bear me witness that I said, I'm not the one. He who has the bride is the bridegroom, but the friend of the bridegroom who stands and hears him stabs him in the back at the right moment. That's not what that said. Okay. Okay. Listen. The best friend hears him, rejoices greatly because of the bridegroom's voice. And this joy of mine has been made full. He must increase, I must decrease. He who comes from above is above. All he who is of the earth is from the earth and speaks of the earth. He who comes from heaven is above all. And what he has seen and heard of that, he bears witness, and no man receives his witness. He who has received it, his witness, has set his seal to this, that God is true. Wait. He who believes in the Son has wait, to do all God is true. For whom has God sent, speaks words of God, for he gives the Spirit without measure. The Father loves the Son and has given all things to him. He who believes in the Son has life, but he who does not obey the Son shall not see life, but the wrath of God abides on him. Yeah, that's the end of chapter 3. Hi, Neil. I don't know if you can talk or not, but hi. There's one other person here, but they can't say hi for some reason. I'd love to know who it is. Okay. This might not be that long. Okay. 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 Yeah, we'll do chapter 4. Neil didn't even say hi back. Bleh. Well, I'm going to say hi to you anyways, Neil. And ask what you're drinking and smoking this evening. Because I am drinking soda. And I'm about to smoke a cigarette. Man, I wish more people were here. But they should already be here by now. We should be hanging up by now. Damn it. That's what I get for being late. Man. I've been on this soda kick lately. Like coffee doesn't even taste like coffee anymore. I don't know. But I bet once I get these bottom denture things, coffee will go back to tasting good, maybe. Neil, I got a question for you. When you got yours done, did you lose flavor to food? Like, did food still taste good? Because I've heard that it does not make food taste good. Because that would really suck, man. I love food. Ooh. Uh-oh. Spaghetti. I don't know. All right. I guess I'm going to read chapter 4. When the Lord knew that these terrible ass God people heard that he was making and baptizing more disciples than John, although Jesus was not exactly baptizing, but it does, okay, but it is his disciples that were. And he left Judea and departed again into Galilee. And he had to pass through Samaria. And he came to a city of Samaria called Sychar, here, near the parcel ground that Jake gave to Joe. And Jake's well was there. And Jesus, therefore, being wearied from his journey, was sitting by the well. It was about the 6th hour. So it was 6 p. It'd be wait, 600 hours. That would be 6 a.m. Okay. And there came a woman of Samaria to draw water. And Jesus said to her, Hey, hey, woman, give me some of that. Because your milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. No, Jesus did not say that. Jesus just asked for some water. He's like, Can I have some water? Right? And his disciples had gone to buy food. And the Samaritan was like, You're a cockroach. You're a terrible rat snake with cockroach legs. Why are you talking to me? Are you gonna infest my house? Because I would prefer not to bring you home on my shoe, is what she said. Because these terrible ass God people don't deal with Samaritans. And he said, If you knew the gift of God and who it is that says to you, Woman, give me some water, you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water. You are you are not greater than Jake, are you? Who gave us this well and drank of it himself and his sons and his cattle. And Jesus said, everyone who drinks of this water will thirst again. But whoever drinks my blood, I shall give. No, that's not what Jesus said. He said, for whoever drinks the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I give him shall become a well of water springing to eternal life. That's your blood. Like when you get stabbed, it like, no, I don't know that to be true. I've never stabbed anyone, but I've seen it on TV and it looks like it kind of explodes a little like, I don't know any of that to be true, but it was cool to think about, right? Jesus like, drink my blood. Uh, that's not what he said. No, what he said was, what did he say? Mm, oh, well, wait. But whoever drinks of the water I give him shall never thirst. The water that I will give him will become a well of springing up in eternal life. And then she was like, okay, I want some. I don't ever want to be thirsty again. Are you kidding? And he's like, go get your dude. And she's like, I don't have a dude. And Jesus, okay, she was like, I don't have a dude. And then Jesus said, you're right. you, he said to her, go tell your husband. She said, I don't have a dude. And Jesus was like, yeah, I know. At least you didn't lie. You've had 5 husbands, and the only one that you have now is not your husband. And you didn't lie to me, so okay. And the woman was like, oh my God, you're a prophet. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Our fathers worshiped in this mountain, and you people say that Jewland is the place we ought to or worship. And Jesus was like, listen, listen, an hour is coming when neither this mountain nor Jewland shall you worship the Father. You worship that which you don't know. We worship that which we know, for salvation is from these terrible ass God people. But no, it's not. No, it's not. No, actually, sin comes from Das Juden. You can read the first letter of Paul, and he says that you were not a sinner until we came here. So now that we're here, you got to do what we say because das Bible. Yeah. So, Jesus, sin comes from these terrible ass people. Okay. Okay. Listen. Um, but an hour is coming, and how it is, the hour is coming, and now is when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and truth. For such people, the Father seeks to be worshipers. Yeah, yeah, the weirdos. God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship in spirit and in truth. The woman said, I know the Messiah is coming. He's called the Christ. And when that one comes, he will declare all things to us. And Jesus was like, well, what if I'm that guy? And at this point, his disciples came and they marveled that he was speaking with a woman. Yet no one said, why are you talking to her boyfriend? Hey, that's our guy. So the woman left her water pot, and went into the city and said to the men, come, see a man who told me everything I have ever done. This is the Christ. And they went out of the city and were coming to him. In the meanwhile, his disciples were requesting him, saying, Rabbi, eat. And he's like, no, I got food already. And his disciples were like, and you made us go buy food. Are you kidding? You made us go get food. And then Jesus was like, my food is to do the will of him who sent me and to accomplish all his works. Do you not say there is 4 months left, and then comes the harvest? Behold, I say to you, lift up your eyes and look to the fields. They are white for harvest. Already he who reaps is receiving wages and gathering fruit of life eternal. That who sows and he who reaps may rejoice together. For in this case, this saying is true. One sows and another reaps. I sent you to reap that for which you have not labored. Others have labored. You have entered into their labor. And from that city, many of the Samaritans believed in him because the woman had testified. He told me everything. You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody but these terrible ass God people need a sign from God. They can't just believe in him, right? But anybody else will just believe in Jesus because one person said it. Didn't have to prove a fucking thing. And I hope he remembers that. He never had to prove anything for any of us to believe in him. He never had to do a fucking thing. And when the Samaritans came, they were asking him to stay with them. And he stayed 2 days. And many more believed because of his word. And they were saying to the woman, it is no longer because of what you said, for we have heard for ourselves and know that this one is indeed Savior of the world. And after 2 days, he went from there into Galilee. For Jesus testified that a prophet has no honor in his own country. No, negative, Ghost Rider. I don't know if I've said that before, but only Jesus. Jesus is the only prophet that was not welcome in his hometown. Only Jesus. Only Jesus. John the Baptist. He didn't even go back to his own land, but people from his own land came to him. I don't know. Okay. Wait, where am I at? Mhm. And he came. Okay. So when he came to Galilee, the Galileans received him, having seen all the things he did at all the things he did in Jewland at the Passover, for though they themselves also went to the feast. And he came therefore again to Cana of Galilee, where he had made the water wine. And there was a certain royal official whose son was sick at Capernaum. And when he heard Jesus was there, he went to him and was requesting him to come and heal his son, for he was about to die. Hold on. There was a sitting. Okay. So this guy didn't try to save Jesus either. Jesus therefore said, unless you people see signs and wonders, you simply will not believe. That is true. And then the official was like, yeah, but my kid's about to die. So Jesus said, your kid's fine, go away. And when he was going down, his slaves met him, saying his son was living. So he inquired them the hour, and it was the same hour that Jesus said, your kid's good. So the father knew that it was the hour which Jesus had told him, and he himself believed, and his whole house. And this again was the second sign that Jesus performed when he came into Galilee. Okay, so we're all done right there. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Press like and subscribe and chat in the chat. Doesn't look like anybody's in there. So you can be the one in there. And then I can interact with you because we are done reading for the night. We've almost been doing this an hour. So, what's everybody thinking? What's everybody drinking? What's everybody smoking? Nothing, no one. I, mm, mm, mm. Well, okay. I guess we're done then. I was trying to get people to chat, and I don't know where everybody's at. I wasn't that late. I was literally like 10, not even 5 minutes late. Oh, well, that's good, Neil, because I am also about to roll out of here. So, good night. Give the pillow good head and the sheet some sweet ass. And have the sweetest dreams ever. I love you so much. Good night. And I guess I'm saying good night to everyone else. Also, oh, now there's 5 people here. Hey, yeah, stuff and more stuff. Awesome, Wheels. Press the like button. Don't forget to press the like button. It's so important. Wait, yeah, I'm not going to bed yet. Wait, you just got here. I was late. I've already read 2 chapters, but you just got here. So what are you doing? Hi everyone, welcome. Press like and subscribe and join the chat because we just read 2 chapters. We um we actually read a lot of good chapters. And I would go back, rewind this to the beginning, and watch it on 1.5 speed because my speech is kind of slow. If you're not watching it live, it's really slow. Pizza, tunes, faith, and water. Man, what did I have for dinner? Oatmeal. Dude, I've been so obsessed with oatmeal, and I just lost 2 viewers. It sucks to be me sometimes. But everybody came late. Like, they came late. I already read the 2 chapters, and I did them in an hour. But I might have to, maybe starting tomorrow, um, read like 3 chapters. I don't know how many chapters John is, but I want to get it read before I have to get my teeth removed. Um, Wait, something's happening. What the fuck? There's 21 chapters, and we're only on chapter 5, which is fucking wild. Hopefully, we can get through all like 13 chapters before I have to get my teeth taken out. I didn't think about that reading this book, get my teeth taken out. Okay. What are you thinking, Wheels? Hmm. I should say, what do you think so far about everything we've read? Well, you weren't here for earlier, but you've been here for most of it, though. But actually, I don't think I have an AI voice. Wait, hold on.
Do you want me? Wait. Do you want me to talk to you in God voice?
Or in baby voice. I can be a baby. Haha. Yeah, it's good time.
Or I can talk like this.
I like this one better. Makes me sound awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you. Go back and watch the beginning of this. Yeah. Because you see one of these terrible ass God people literally try to catch Jesus up in this word magic bullshit.
Yep.
Lick my chocolate salty balls. Yeah. You wanna touch my salty balls? My chocolate salty balls. Yeah. I wanna rub it down, baby. Have a good time. Ah, I can't stand the rain against my window. I can't stand the rain. Yeah. Look, I don't know what's happening. So what do you want me to say, Wheels? Look, I lost another viewer. Boo hoo.
I lost somebody watching.
Shit's not cool, man. What do you want me to say, Wheels? Do you want me to pray? Miss Mud Duck makes me pray in God voice. Yeah. I'm really not exactly sure how to pray, but I do it in God voice. Probably makes it better. Yeah, it probably does make it better. Like praying in God voice. Like, hey, big guy, would you mind helping my friend Wheels? So his girlfriend will take him to karaoke. Mostly for that, because his wife needs to take him to karaoke. Have good time. Yeah. Or at least let him get a karaoke machine. And then he could just play karaoke on his machine. And then could invite people over, have good time. Yeah. Wheels. He needs a karaoke machine. Yeah, it's good. It's good time. Ooh, they make a video game where it's called American Idol video game. and you play karaoke with it. I did that once, twice, 3 times a lady. I don't know what that means, but it's probably one of those old school pervert songs when perversion was cool. You know, like the 80s and the 90s. Yeah. Well, you can invite, well, okay. Well, then Kim should take you to play karaoke because I thought the other night she was at karaoke, I thought you were with her, but it might not have been her Muddy was talking about. I don't know. It might not have been Muddy. It might have, she was not who Muddy was talking about. Oh, somebody came back. Hi, somebody who came back. Let's talk in chat. Yeah, we have a good time. Press like and subscribe. Yeah. You know, Wheels, you can invite people to your house to get drunk and then sing karaoke in the hot tub. Yeah. People will come if you be like, hot tub. They'll be like, fuck yeah. And then you'll be like, hot tub and beer plus karaoke is good time. As long as nobody gets drunk enough to throw up in the hot tub. Gotta be careful about that. They gotta eat first. Yeah, never mind. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Something. Is Kim here? Hi, Kim. Oh, friends, you invite. Well, then just do what I do. Play karaoke by yourself. That's what I do. Get the American Idol game, and then you can sing. And it lets you know if you sing good or not. It's good. It's like Guitar Hero for singing. You gotta reach all the things. It's good time. Yeah, you should, man. Get the American Idol karaoke game. Look, it's a good game. Yeah, but it's better on a video game. I'm telling you. Like, I sing into this microphone when it's not on. Yeah, I got problems, but I love it. Because with this microphone, I feel like I'm a rapper. Like, yeah. Like, hey there, yo, I'm Nikki K, and I would like to say, shut up, buttercup, shut up. Yeah, just like that. Only there's nobody to tell shut up. There's nobody even here. I spend most of my days alone, talking to myself in God voice. Could you imagine if I did that for real? Oh my God. How lonely would I be? And I was like, shut up, you know you do that. And I'm like, I totally do that. Because sometimes I bust out this microphone just to sing ICP songs. Yeah, that's a real thing that happens. Wheels, could you ever imagine I would turn into this when I was younger? Did you think I would turn into this? What did you think I'd turn into? Okay, maybe you shouldn't answer that. Because when I was a kid, you could definitely see me being this, couldn't you? Yeah, I know. Gotta get famous somehow, because I was definitely gonna be famous. But it might have been for unsubscribing people from God's YouTube. But now I'm famous. Yeah, yeah, I also thought the same thing. None of us were going to make it to 30. And here we are, fucking 40. Yeah, it's a thing. You know what? Wheels. That is the same. Mike Schultz. Mike Schultz is the only one I've heard who has died so far of all the people I know. Sluts was the only one. And nobody even told me he was dead. My brother CJ called me like a day later. So I shouldn't say nobody told me, because how really are they gonna remember my name and the small amount of time? He was the only karaoke friend. Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. Uh, so I could say, yeah, like I know. I didn't know that. But he was a good friend when nobody wanted to be a friend. He was good for that. Do you know anybody else who came from our circle that died? I thought Sean Lathrop would be dead by now. Oh my God. What are we doing in life? Oh my God. It's 11:30 at night and my cats are still outside. And Wheels, I'm sure once you get out more, you will find more karaoke friends, I bet. Okay, well, cool.
I gotta go too. I gotta. I gotta go let my cats. I gotta go let my cats in because they refused to come in. Last time I tried to bring them in, they might not even come in this time because it's warm outside and they might not want to come in. So I don't know. I want to tell you, give the pillows some head and the sheets some ass and have the sweetest dreams ever. Love you so much. Should I hit the outro? No, I won't hit the outro. I'll wait for you to say goodnight. When you say goodnight, I'm hitting the outro.